Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today, I'm going over Chef Ramsay's frozen fish chips, which is beer-battered pollock fish bites and thick-cut potato fries. This 10-ounce box costs $5.94 at Walmart, and I do believe, but I'm not 100% sure, these are exclusively sold at Walmart. Considering Gordon's hatred for frozen foods in his cooking shows, I'm pretty sure that myself and you, the people, would think hell would freeze over before Gordon Ramsay would put his name on a frozen dinner. Well, I hate to tell you, people might think he's a hypocrite for doing this. But it's like the old saying goes, money talks and bullshit walks. And I bet the bundle of money he was paid to make these meals looked just like the pallet of $400 million President Obama sent to Iran. And that's not political bashing or political joke, that's a political fact. Well, one thing for sure, Gordon Ramsay is enjoying the money a whole lot more than people seem to be enjoying his fish and chips meal. Here's the total list of ingredients, and then the list of ingredients for the fish, and the list of ingredients for the fries. And this pisses me off to the highest level of festivity. How can you say that a 10-ounce meal is 2 servings? I think they do it on purpose because consumers instinctively look at the lower numbers in the nutrition facts, so psychologically they think they're eating healthier than they really are. I apologize to you, the people, for sounding like Dr. Phil. So I'm going to consider this 10-ounce meal as 1 serving, which has 470 calories, 18 grams of total fat, 1.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 50 milligrams of cholesterol, 910 milligrams of sodium, 54 grams of carbohydrates, no fiber, no sugars, and 20 grams of protein. You can cook these in the air fryer or the oven. And you guys know the deal, I still don't have a kitchen. It was supposed to be completed yesterday, now it's supposed to be completed today. I'm worried about having a kitchen to cook Thanksgiving dinner. Here's Gordon's fish and chips, right out of the freezer and right out of the box. All 2 servings worth. So if you wanted to turn this into 2 servings, each serving would have 3.5 fish bites and approximately 10 chips. Come on, Gordon, at least throw in a couple servings of mushy peas to make it a satisfying meal. So now the fish bites and the chips went into a 400-degree air fryer for 14 minutes. And there's your 2 servings of fish bites and chips after air frying for 14 minutes at 400 degrees. So we tried a chip first. Visually, it looks dry. So as the standard operating procedure, into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. And there's the inside of the chip after I bit into it. Will you, the people, please hit the pause button right now and visually give me your thoughts on this chip before I describe it. I'm judging this meal as I would any other meal, and I'm not being overcritical because it's Gordon Ramsay's. So I'm going to let Gordon describe this chip to you, the people. So I took Gordon's suggestion and added salt. I really wanted some malt vinegar, but it's packed up in the pod outside in the driveway, again, because I don't have a kitchen. Obviously, the salt wasn't going to help with the moisture in the chip, but I was hoping it would add some flavor, which it did not add any flavor at all because the outside of the chip was just as dry as the inside of the chip. This is why it's important to season your food as soon as it comes out of the hot oil, so that the seasoning will stick to the food. So now let's shank our first beer battered fish bite. And I may be eating crow today, because in yesterday's video, I said you can usually tell if the meat in the product you're eating is a 4-meat slurry concocted meat fritter if all the pieces of meat are the same shape. Even though most of these beer battered fish bites mostly are in triangle shapes, I think I lucked out today. It was very easy to tell that this was a real piece of fish versus a 4-meat slurry concocted meat fritter. The batter perfectly coated the fish and it was perfectly crispy, but the batter didn't have any beer flavor or flavor at all, even after adding salt. We realized and came to the conclusion that the batter on the fish bites is dry and flavorless. So we all know that Gordon is a stickler for using the best products available, so we did a little detective work to see how the fish tasted, how it looked, and what the fish to batter ratio was. The fish was a real piece of meat and not minced up meat to make a 4-meat slurry concocted fritter, and there was definitely more fish than there was batter, so that's a positive. But unfortunately, as you could see, the fish was dry as well. Just for the heck of it, I tried one more fish bite, and it was no different than the first one I tried. Dry and flavorless. Gordon Ramsay's beer batter fish bites and chips was a huge disappointment. I could only find 2 positives out of this meal. The fish was real, and there was more fish than batter, and I'm not even sure if that's a good thing or not. And at $5.94 for a 10-ounce meal with no flavor is certainly not a bargain. Sorry, Gordon, your fish and chips get a 2 out of 10. But this is only one Ramsay meal out of many that I have, so I'm going to stay optimistic. My daughter went to Walmart last night and bought almost all of the Ramsay meals, the Guy Fieri meals, and the Andrew Zimmern meals. So you, the people, stay tuned for those reviews. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.